Hello everybody, this is Donnie with Pvgna.com. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And before we get into today's video, we just wanted to wish you all a happy holiday season from everybody here at Pvgna and our boy D.Bowie. Pvgna and D.Bowie are teaming up to embrace the spirit of giving that surrounds the holiday season and do a big giveaway for everybody to show our thanks for your continued support of our YouTube channels and our Pvgna platform. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving away 7 free months of Pvgna Pro in addition to 3 awesome Arcanas. We're giving away a Juggernaut, a Shadow Fiend, and a Phantom Assassin Arcana, and 7 different free months of Pvgna Pro that you can win. How do you win? There's going to be a link in the description below, and you just follow it, and there are 6 or 7 different ways that you can enter. You can enter in multiple different ways to increase your chances of winning. And I encourage you guys to go ahead and do that because we want to give you this awesome free stuff.
General, no, they changed their mind. They're going to turn back the other direction. Snake goes to Winter's Curse. This could be timely. Where's the opening, though? Dendi isolated now. The Chrono connecting. The Requiem's there. F-Boy's outside of it, but can he keep anyone alive? Navi doing the damage. Ame, Satanic up, but the Curse controls him. Keeps him at bay for the time being. The 3-hero Pale Roger with the Ravage of Navi!
Hey guys, Boy here, and this is Outplay or Comeback, a series where we analyze the tipping point of a game that seemed one for either side. This series is about analyzing and showing how a game that looked like this...
I think... Oh, Roger again.
Purge. It's called Purge. Maybe he does find a kill in Seneko, but in the bottom lane, more action breaking out as the Boulder Smash comes through. But the counter with the Carapace, Victoria getting repelled up. They roll forward, wanting this Roger kill, trying to finish him off. The Nyx will go.
It can look like this. This is Navi versus LGD in MLD MACAU. This game started as Yao's show. He managed to be a part of a series of kills and create a bunch of space, while Roger, Navi's position 4, struggled a lot in the early game. That paired with LGD's lanes being superior forced Navi in a tri-lane mid where SF was struggling to get CS even with all the resources spent to make it work. While you might think that 5k gold at 9 minutes is not an insane advantage, you have to remind yourself that no towers have fallen until that point.
Right now they have a 5k gold deficit without losing any of their towers. That's how bad the situation is. Once LGD start to get the towers, it's gonna be
smoking.
Portraying how Navi's lanes were suffering. The first movement from Navi that at least halts the bleeding is this Chronosphere here. With vision of 3 enemies in the mid lane, especially Omni Knight, Crystallize finally has the chance to get Navi 2 kills. In this game, you will notice how selective Navi was with its Chronospheres. Pretty much every single one was used on Omni himself or when Omni was showing in another side of the map. What Navi does afterwards is what holds them the game. With Chronosphere down, LGD rotates bottom not only to hold their tower, but to force one of their own. General though, instead of tipping bottom to defend, goes top, knowing that Dire pushes quite slow in comparison and that Gyro TP top beforehand and it's farming the Dire jungle. With the wave clear from Seneko and the knowledge that Viper is too low to TP to actually defend top, Navi gets 1t1 for free even though they spent Chrono to go for that play. It doesn't end here either. While LGD has a ton of kills, most of those kills were Roger or Seneko. But even though Crystallize dies here for the first time in the bottom lane, LGD, instead of trying to take tier 1, they start hunting Seneko, and they did this a lot this game, and I feel like it definitely hindered their map control. With so many ults being spent and General having vision of the entire Dire lineup, he's able to snatch a tier 2 in a game he shouldn't be allowed to, while Seneko wastes 2 of LGD's core's time with a great play. I know this is getting long, but that's not only that. With vision of Viper taking tier 1 by himself, Dendi is able to kill Yao. And pay attention how Navi plays around Omni Knight beautifully. Crystallize avoided Chronos for a long period of time until the one we saw, exactly because Omni would save anyone he went for, and this is the same thing here. General refrains from ulting Viper, allowing them to grab Disruptor. And even though Dendi dies at the end, he spends his gold beforehand. Even with all that valiant effort, LGD kept brute forcing their way through this game.
What the heck? Is this like a thing now? All the China cores are just buying drums? Everyone.
With drums on every core and Omni Knight, they slowly drag the advantage towards 10k gold. The real tipping point starts now in my opinion, at seemingly the lowest point Navi was the entire game. Supports that again, their jungle dominated, 10k gold lead for LGD as I already said, but if you pay attention, all of Navi's cores start migrating towards the top side of the map.
Navi is stealing the road, this is big.
No real sign that LGD is aware of this right now.
Dandy got a double damage rune a while ago, and instead of trying to use it in a fight, which would be quite underwhelming since he has no right-click build and he has no BKB still, he saves it for a sneaky Roshan or maybe a sneaky play. Even though there's the big pressure in their jungle, Navi actually wants to be as far away from that while scouting LGD's movements to possibly go Rosh. While Roger did feed a lot this game, the nature of his hero combined with Winter's capabilities of lane push, this ward, and I guess LGD underestimating Navi's core's capabilities resulted in the free Roshan.
TPing in, but won't have time to deny
And Crystallize
Dendi.
is pushing out top as well. Look at how well they are using the map.
Paired with this Omni Knight pickoff, since LGD always kept responding to Navi's push, what happens now is very similar to what we witnessed in the last episode. Omni Knight is the hero that Navi had to keep repositioning and playing around the entire game to be able to land good chronos. With that kill, even though Requiem is down, Navi can kill any hero in the map. That explodes into Navi getting more towers and being officially back in the game. This game is tricky though. As you can see, Crystallize, even with the Battlefield rebuild, wasn't able to farm too much because he felt forced to rush BKB because of Disruptor and Viper. Dandy also went for an early BKB and depends a lot on this item to feel safe in the map. And when maybe finishes his nullifier, the game changes quite a bit. Navi takes a bad fight.
Yao.
And pretty far here, could be in trouble. Meanwhile, they have caught the airspear, but the repel comes in very timely, and now chasing out Dendi. He's got a BKB to get away while that was happening. Maybe trying to get this counter kill in general. The real action breaking out though with the Chrono coming through. Crystallize forcing out the Omni ult, couldn't catch FY. That means Chrono down, nothing really accomplished, has to back away, and now the Boulder Smash comes in. So they go left for the Wolves of LGD, and they chase forward for more. They want Crystal.
Loses both lanes of barracks because of it, and LGD dominates the game completely, and with Aegis they try to end the game in this push. There's a lot to talk about, and I guess the main point of discussion is the fact that Viper has no buyback here. That's the reason he has the Aegis, and more importantly, Navi plays around it beautifully. What we need to remember here is that provided Omni Knight can ult, repel, regen anyone, the fight's gonna be way too hard for Navi. So you can see that Crystallize was invisible the whole time, waiting for his time to go in. Luckily for Navi, Earth Spirit initiates, maybe trying to bait the Chrono, but with this interesting build coming from Dandy, he explodes him from full HP. And even more importantly, the Earth Spirit move baited the Omni Knight to show he was very well positioned before that, and that's all Navi needed to chrono and kill him. But I want to highlight Navi's decision making even more, showing how they use Roar only to waste BKB time from Gyro, but they don't actually initiate on that hero. LGD wanted to force chrono, but their movements gave Navi what they wanted. Not a BKB Gyro, but Omni Knight. What might go unnoticed here is Sonico's play that comes afterwards. If you pay attention to LGD's movements, you can see that Gyro was clearly out of Winter's Curse range when he casts it, but that doesn't matter at all. Navi's way out of this fight was chronoing Omni as I mentioned, but Navi's out of this game is killing Viper twice here since he has no buyback, and while underwhelming, that curse resets the fight for them, and you can see how Navi understands how that kill is important. Every member of their team is alive, there are two enemies top, and instead of going for them, I mean Gyro has no BKB, he has no ult, Disruptor has nothing as well. They stand their ground and they get the important kill. While costly, since Navi has to burn through buybacks, they kill everyone. And when they go for a mid push, LGD fights without Viper, eventually losing them the game. Well guys, this is it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I mean, Donnie from Pvgna already said everything that I had to say. You know how those guys are cool, so if you're interested in their promotion, make sure to check the link in the description. Also follow my series winners of at 707. I'm coaching via gamersensei now, so if you're interested, the link is down below. If you allow me to stream the coaching session, you can actually get one for free after 3 coaching sessions. Yeah, hope you guys had a fantastic day.